sembrata molto brutta.
Sì,
Secondo me qua forse...
non ci vedo il microfono.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you take your place, we start with the new section of the forum. Thank you. Mr. Tuichiev, if I will pronounce your name, if you take the stage with me, please. Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Good morning again. We start now. First of all, my name is Michele Mazzola. I work with the Ministry of University and Research in Italy, of course. Allow me to begin with some words of Karl Popper, as you know, a very important philosopher. Our knowledge can only be finite, while our ignorance must necessarily be infinite. As we know, for university and research institutions, this statement is not a limitation, but of course it is a mission. It reminds us that scientific cooperation is not simply about consolidating what we already know, but about jointly exploring what we do not yet know. So in this period, it's a great honor to participate in this important event, which highlights the state of the art of cooperation between Italy and Uzbekistan and further strengthens the already solid relations between our research and the education system. So now let me give the floor to my colleague from the Turkmenistan, Mr. Toishas.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum, dear colleagues. It's my honor to participate here today in front of you to introduce the result of our joint research project's call. It was officially announced in January 2025 as a joint initiative aimed at strengthening bilateral scientific cooperation between our countries. And the response from the academic community was highly encouraging because I can say from my own experience, I never met such, how to say, highly interested research call before because previously working for the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, I had the chance to lead this direction, and we organized it with many countries, such joint cooperation projects called, but never we had such huge interest from the community. A total of 199 project proposals were submitted by scientists and research institutes from both Uzbekistan and Italy. This level of the participation clearly demonstrates the strong interest, high scientific potential, and the readiness for deeper collaboration. The evaluation process was designed to ensure transparency, academic integrity, and balanced representation. Each proposal was reviewed by two independent experts, and the assessment was further supported by the Council of 21 specialists. The evaluation focused on scientific excellence, innovation potential, feasibility, and expected impact. Following the scientific evaluation phase, 30 projects were recommended for funding by the Uzbek side, and the final decision was taken through the joint selection process coordinated by the Joint Steering Committee, ensuring equal participation both sides. As a result, 10 projects were selected for funding. The selected projects represent a broad and strategic range of scientific areas like agri-food science and technology, energy, water and climate change, engineering sciences and advanced manufacturing, information and communication technologies, material science, physics and astrophysics, life sciences and medical technologies, social sciences. This thematic diversity reflects both national priorities and global challenges. It's important to highlight that several of the selected projects are led by key institutions, including Politecnico di Torino, Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, Tashkent University of Architecture and Construction, Samarkand Research Institute, University di Pisa, Università di Trieste, Roma Tre University, University di Trento, and other leading academic partners. These results confirm that our cooperation is not limited to formal agreements. It's producing concrete, competitive, and high-quality scientific outcomes. The Joint Research Call has created a structured mechanism for collaboration, strengthening academic networks, and opened new opportunities for long-term partnership. We believe that this initiative will contribute significantly to innovation, capacity, research mobility, and development of joint scientific platforms between Italy and Uzbekistan. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you for your speech, for the presentation of the joint call. As Twichev, I hope, okay, said before, today, as you know, we are witnessing the first concrete outcome of the Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation, Science and Technology and Innovation signed in Tashkent. The bilateral call, as we had just now, was has received a high positive response from our academic and scientific community. From the Italian side, we received more or less 163 project proposals, a very huge number for us. And let me say that all the proposals we received was very innovative and well prepared. So this proposal involved in particular 60 Italian universities, 18 research institutions, 25 private companies, and 3 foundations. These figures reflect not only strong participation, but also a clear strategic interest in strengthening structured cooperation with Uzbekistan. The submitted proposal span a lot of areas, as Twitch have said before, as that's the most the breadth and complementary of our expertise. Following a rigorous joint evaluation conducted by our ministries, the final joint ranking list has now to be completed, and from Italian side, we published this morning on the website of the ministers. With an Italian location of 1 million, 10 projects has been selected for the funding, as announced earlier by the ministers. Should additional resources become available, this is our challenge now. Further high-quality joint proposal may also be supported. The presence here today of the rector and the representative of the implementation institutions is particularly significant. The success of this project will depend not only on funding, but on sustained institutional commitment and an effective coordination. We are confident that the selected initiative and the only initiative that I hope will finance in the future will deliver meaningful scientific results and contribute to building durable partnership between our university and our research institution. In doing so, they will reinforce a cooperation framework grounded in trust, reciprocity, and shared responsibility. Let me conclude by highlighting that academic partnerships are among the most sustainable forms of international cooperation, especially at this moment in the global show, because they build human capital and long-term trust. So, now finished our speech, and if I may say, a symbolic drum roll, as we announced the selected project, following the joint evaluation process and in the recognition of their scientific and marketing strategic relevance, I am pleased to announce the 10 projects that have been awarded support. As I read the title of each project, I hope to show the slide, the first slide, for example. I kindly invite the coordinators or the representative of the partner institutions to come to the stage from the right side, in line. And after, when all us on the stage, we made a joint photo opportunity. So we'll start with the project. The first project, okay, we are the slide. The project Farm to App, from farm to fork towards app, game field, digital solution, innovation ecosystem, and training empowerment in reliable food supply chains, a very long title. University of Pisa, and I think Samarkand Agro, or if some representative here. Okay, please, that's it. Second, next slide, please. Water for Ground Cities, very short title, very appreciated. Polytechnic of Turin and University in Tashkent. Okay, you miss it. And next slide, SEDISC IU, I suppose. Increasing seismic risk resilience. Okay, with the University of Trieste, Tashkent University. And after, next slide, please. VHU, Vehicle Hybridization in Uzbekistan, joint project for ecological conservation and other, with the Mecapron, a private firm. I don't know if here's something from the private sector. No, okay. And Turin Polytechnic intention. After engineer period, next slide, okay. Engineer periodic and aperiodic ferroelectric domains for efficient optical parametric generation. Okay, our host, University of Roma 3. And after SilkNet, next slide, distributed AI for smart device with the CNR. If there's someone of CNR today, no, it's no. And Tashkent University. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, next slide. AdSync, additive manufacturing and non-conventional sintering of ultra-high temperature ceramic composites. Perfect. University of Trenton and Tashkent Technical University. Next slide. Novabone, novel technologies for the development of high additive value bioactive glasses, scaffolds, and coatings for bone repair. Again, Polytechnic of Turin and Turin Polytechnic Tashkent with Tashkent State Dental Institute. Next slide. Research on key technology for development of hypoallergenic and anti-cancer agent of Zygophyllum oxyanum, Retex Zygo, Tusha Universities, and Institute of the Chemistry of Plant Substances. And the last one, next slide, thank you. JAD ETUZ, Joint AI Definite Integrated Tutor Zone with University for Foreign of Perugia and Uzbekistan State University of World Languages. Okay, we are on the project. I would like to congratulate all the selected teams and thank them for their commitment to advancing cooperation between Italy and Uzbekistan. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in acknowledging their achievement with a warm round of applause. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourself. Okay, thank you again. I pass the floor to Professor Salippiello, Rector of University of Venice, for the next section. Grazie, grazie tanto. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mazzola, and congratulations to all of you. And now I give the floor to the rector of Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology, Dr. Usmonov. Please.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, dear colleagues, esteemed participants of the today Italian-Uzbek Rectors Forum. I am sincerely congratulate you on today important and historic event. We are truly pleased to take part of in this distinguished forum and deeply appreciate the invitation extended to us. I would like to express special gratitude to the host of the forum, the University Tree, the organizing committee for their warm welcome and excellent preparation. And now, please allow me proceed to my presentation. The first I would like to briefly introduce before academic part of my presentation to look briefly on origin of our country. Uzbekistan lays between two great rivers, we call Sirdarya and Amudarya, with rich history dating back thousands of years of the history. Because its location on Great Silk Road, the first cities was become center of learning and science in our territory, especially its, let's say, Samarkand with its madrasa, Bukhara, holy city Bukhara, and other part of Central Asia. Higher education institutions take a major step to improve quality of education, advance modern scientific research, and contribute to the establishment of the third renaissance in our region. Next, please. Before moving to academic part of presentation, I would like just say about the diplomatic relation between our countries. It was established 1992. Soon after, between 1994 and 1997, embassies was opened in Rome and in Tashkent, creating solid foundation for our systematic dialogues. Next. The culmination was the signing of the joint declaration on strategic partnership of the Republic of Uzbekistan with our leadership, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, and Prime Minister of Italian Republic, Giorgia Meloni, which was in 2025 and was adopted joint declaration on strengthening the relation of strategic partnership. Next, the forum brings together leading academic circles, universities that have achieved significant results in the field of engineering, information technology, healthcare, economics, and business. As mentioned earlier, across the country, there currently in our institution 34 1,000 academic staff working, and we have on our university more than 1.5 million students enrolled. Next, please. To stop about strategic development, we should say a few words on the Uzbek higher education strategy 2030. The mission of Uzbek higher education system is to achieve global transformation and integration into the international education ecosystem. To implement this mission, Uzbekistan has adopted higher education development strategy 2030. This strategy aims to modernize and globalize higher education according with international standards. Our goal is to create universities that are self-sufficient, competitive, and innovative, capable to meet needs of the modern labor market. Our priority is in national level is defined several key scientific and technological parts, which include decarbonization and environmental protection, digital transformation and cybersecurity, biological safety and public health, industrialization and transport development, and of course, national security. In these challenges of global integration, engineering education is becoming more important than ever before, providing strong impetus for the country universities. One of the driving forces of Uzbekistan economy is chemical engineering, which underscores needs to deepen quality of education in this field. Uzbekistan has established 5 chemical clusters, within which we have 37 ongoing projects implemented, and special roles in these projects play Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology and Uz-Kimya-Sanoat, its main chemical association of Uzbek industry. The cluster's total budget is 30 million US dollars, and its infrastructure includes modern research zones and dormitories accommodating 1,500 residents. Chemical engineering, as the main which we in our university in education area, today Tashkent Institute Chemical Technology is providing highly qualified specialists in chemical, food and wine, oil and gas, mechanical engineering, mechatronics, industrial management, and other related fields. The university enrolls around 10,000 students and employs around 360 professors and academic staff. Recently, important agreement was concluded between Aquaflex and Uz-Kimya-Sanoat aimed to modernize chemical enterprises and the implementation of advanced wastewater management solutions. In parallel, significant partnership has been established between Uzbek Atomic Energy Agency, Uzatom, and Ansoldo Energia. The initiatives reflect our sharing commitment to long-term, mutually beneficial cooperation and demonstrate how academia, industry, and international partners can work together to support technological progress and sustainable development. In addition to our industrial partners, we place strong emphasis on academic collaboration in the field of chemical engineering. We are developing educational collaboration with Italian universities such as Milan Polytechnical University and Ca' Foscari University. Since 2024, with Polymi, we annually organize joint courses in advanced chemical engineering, and mechanical engineering for the representative from manufacturing enterprises and local faculty members. And significant milestone has been the launch of joint master program degree with chemical program in chemical engineering with Kafosra University in Vins. And this agreement was signed in Samarkand in April 2025. Starting from this academic year, 25-26, we already enrolled some students for the master program. And finally, I would like to say that we pleasure to emphasize that Italian universities have become reliable partners of Uzbek higher education institution, and relation between our countries have reached high level. In this moment, I want to value our partnership with Italian university, and during this forum, we will expand bilateral collaboration, support joint research, and promote academic mobility. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Rector Usmanov, for your presentation. And now we have the presentation of our bilateral agreements. And since we are many, we call you in two groups. So Group A and Group B. So I first called Group A. So I call here the University of Tusha with Samarkand Agro-Innovation and Research University. Please come. Okay. Roma 3 University with Tashkent State University of Economics. Bari University Aldo Moro with National University of Uzbekistan. University of Pisa with Bukhara State Medical Institute, Samarkand State Medical University, Samarkand State Medical University, and Turin Polytechnic University of Tashkent. Politecnico di Torino with Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, Ca' Foscari University of Venice, Silk Road International University of Tourism and Cultural Heritage, Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology, and Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent. So now you have the photo of Group A. Okay, congratulations. So, Group B, University of Parma. Okay, welcome. Kimyo International University with Karakalpak State University, Urgen State University. don't see the people. No, where are your partners? You see them? Marina, dove sono? Okay. So, University of Trieste. Huh? Ah. Tashkent State Medical University. University of Bologna. Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent. University for Foreigners of Perugia, with Samarkand State Institute of Foreign Language, Uzbekistan State World University, Westminster International University in Tashkent, University for Foreigners of Siena, Samarkand State Institute of Foreign Languages, Silk Road International University of Tourism and Cultural Heritage, University of Urbino, Samarkand State Institute of Foreign Languages, Westminster International University in Tashkent. That's it. And no, and also another university. University of Salerno and Westminster International University in Tashkent. And I would also call Professor Umarova, University of Uzbek language in Tashkent also. Okay, here we are. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Marina, what's... So now we have a break for lunch, and you are all invited downstairs for lunch. Thank you so much for this morning.
Hello? Oh, sorry. Wrong button, wrong button. Um, Very good afternoon, dear colleagues. Shall we start? I think everybody is full and fresh again, so I really hope that nobody's bored. Uh, Distinguished colleagues, respected rectors, educationalists, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to be present at this wonderful event, Rectors Forum between Uzbekistan and Italy. And it gives me a huge honor also to be moderating this important session on the innovative approach to joint academic collaborations. And one more thing that I have to stress, that it's a big privilege for me to attend in my new capacity here as a rector of newly established university, newly established flagship engineering university called Tashkent University of Technology. So it's a very big occasion for me personally. And of course, from the prism of the whole country, it's a really good event to advance our science, technology, and education, and to make it even more progressive and internationalized. So it's a very important forum of rectors of Uzbekistan, Italy, and it's happening in here in Rome. And as we know, historically, these two countries whose intellectual and cultural heritages have profoundly shaped the global civilizations. So Italy, on one hand, stands as one of the cardinals of modern higher learning, where some of the earliest universities in the world were established, and of course, Uzbekistan, on the other hand, whose middle-aged intellectuals had contributed immensely to the contemporary science and technology. So it's therefore quite meaningful to discuss future collaboration between higher education institutions of these two great nations with huge historical heritage, which helped light the foundations of modern technology and innovation. Of course, today we are living in a time when higher education is undergoing structural and conceptual changes. The nature of higher education in general has shaped considerably. It's no longer a mere social policy. It is a driver, the key driver of economy. It is a strategic pillar of national development. It's a guarantee for technological sovereignty and important prerequisite for economic resilience. So the entire nature of higher education has changed. It's transformed. So is the modes of cooperation, collaboration between universities. So the quest for higher education is increasing almost day by day. So nowadays, approximately 270 million people are enrolled in higher education. If you look at the numbers, data, at the beginning of the century, it's now almost tripled. And the growth reflects the increasing demand for advanced skills and knowledge and greater international exposure. At the same time, international mobility also surged dramatically. The number of students studying abroad has tripled over the past 20 years. So, and today, around 7 million youngsters are mobile across the universities in the world. So this unprecedented expansion underscores the growing value of cross-border experience. So international mobility of students continues to increase,
and with the projection that by 2030, the figure could exceed 10 million. So as we put it simply, so internationalization has become a social norm. So, apart from that, the architecture of a collaboration between universities is changing as well. So the higher education institutions are moving away from isolated institutional partnerships towards more integrated innovation ecosystems. So traditional triple helix model, the government, university, industry is expanding. So many countries, many universities, higher education institutions adopting so-called quadruple helix approach, where society becomes an active stakeholder in knowledge expansion. So some universities even go further, so towards a more quintuple helix model, integrating sustainability, environmental responsibility as structural components of our academic systems. This evolution reflects deep understanding the fact that collaboration must not generate only knowledge. It must generate responsibility, mission-oriented impact, and two-side long-term economic and social benefits. Historically, and this wasn't something strange for us even a couple of years ago, outbound students' flows were considered in terms of the brain drain. However, today, the concept, the mentality has changed. So both scholarship as well as politicians are equally aware that now the international mobile students are considered as global talent circulators. So students who study abroad become bridges between economies, research systems, and innovation ecosystems in general. In this context, Uzbekistan is actively redesigning the architecture of its higher education collaboration with international partners. So it didn't take too long for us to be in the list of number five countries in the world in terms of the international student mobility. According to UNESCO Institute of Statistics, currently more than 150,000 Uzbek students are enrolled in international higher education institutions. So placing our country amongst the top 3 globally in terms of outbound student mobility. In 2025 alone, nearly 28,000 of our youth chose to pursue education programs overseas. This number does not include international university branch students within the country. These numbers reflect how Uzbekistan is getting deeply integrated into the academic space and understanding the whole reality of the current international collaboration frameworks, also understanding the demand and quest for higher education in general, and also taking into account the changed architecture of the university collaboration. My university, which I'm representing today, Tashkent State University of Technology, is basically trying to adapt to all realities possible. So as a flagship, as I mentioned earlier, as a flagship engineering school, we want to integrate all possible academic frameworks in terms of the international collaboration into our agenda. So, and this visit has been as fruitful as we imagined. Yesterday, I had an honor to sign a bilateral agreement with the Polimi, Politecnico di Milano University, one of the well-known universities. And it wasn't, of course, easy endeavor to get to this stage, because we are basically a new university, newly established. We don't have a brand name, but we got the trust from our partners towards our intentions, towards our visions, and towards our, future goals. So it's very important to build internationalized university to be recognized by, broader international academic community in order to help to our economy to improve in the future, and also we want to play a crucial role in bringing up the new generation of engineers that will meet the requirements of current technological change in our country. So the strategic priority today is to transform this mobility into structured talent circulation, ensuring that international academic experience strengthens the national development and contributes to the sustainable knowledge exchange rather than one direction migration. And with this, I just want to open this session. It's a very important pillar in higher education, academic collaboration, because without academic collaboration, without serious integration to global knowledge and research, so it's a really difficult to prepare, to prepare good and outputs in terms of students. So today, and also I'm really honored to see on the table very distinguished colleagues, rectors, and representatives of different universities. I'll be more than happy to moderate this section and give floors to my colleagues. Before that, I like to give this floor to Professor Carla Bania. I hope I have pronounced it correctly. Rector's Delegate for International Relations, University for Foreigners in Siena. It's a very unique name for the university, but it's my privilege to give you this floor for remarks. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I'm the rapporteur for this table, and I thank you for this introduction. I think, and these are only things I wanted to say now. I think that it's very important that the mobility of the students as a right for our society, our countries, and I think when we work for research didactics and internationalization, our aim is to improve this topic, very important topic, not only for some university for foreigners, but for all universities. I work under one of university for foreign in Italy, and I'm very proud that we work with Uzbekistan during last 25 years for Italian language, for Department of Italian, and to support also many teachers and many students from Uzbekistan. Thank you, but I think it's important for the director to introduce some other topics. Many thanks.
Thank you very much, Professor Carla Bania, for this intervention. And using this opportunity, I want to give floors to our rectors. Let me start with the rector of the University of Tuscia, the Professor Tiziani Lauretti. Oh, Lauretti. Floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear rectors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, first of all. It is a pleasure to be here today in a forum that it is not only celebrating cooperation between Italy and Uzbekistan, but also shaping its next stage. At the University of Tuscia, we have learned something very simple. International cooperation becomes truly transformative when it moves from exchange to co-creation, from signing agreements to building shared institutions. Cooperation between the University of Tushan and Uzbek University began in 2022 with the signing of an Erasmus mobility agreement with Tashkent State University of Economics, followed by further agreements with leading universities in Tashkent and Samarkand. I don't know how to, okay, okay, thank you. This phase was essential. It created trust, academic familiarity, and the first community of people working together. But we soon understood that mobility alone, however valuable, was not enough to meet the scale of the challenges we all face today, especially in sectors like agriculture and agri-food systems, where food security, climate resilience, technology, and economic stability intersect. So we took a second step, co-designing educational programs, not exporting curricula, but building them together, aligning academic standards, combining competencies, and ensuring relevance for the local context and for the labor market. And today, we have taken a third step, the creation of a joint campus in Samarkand, together with the Samarkand Agri-Innovations and Research University. And what makes this joint campus different is its model of shared governance and joint degree programs with structured involvement of faculty and students and an approach that connects education, applied research, and territorial development. A fundamental factor in making this possible has been the Ministry of Agriculture of Uzbekistan. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for their support and vision. When public institutions actively connect higher education and with national development priorities, cooperation becomes faster, more credible, and more sustainable. This is also the core message I would like to leave to all of you present today. Universities can be strategic actors of development. They can serve as a bridge between public policy, the productive system, and research. And there is a second message. This model is replicable and adaptable. The Unitus Samati Joint Campus can serve as a model for further cooperation with other countries in Central Asia. In this context, the project signed last July and officially inaugurated in October 2025 has already produced very tangible outcomes. It has led to the activation of 4 double degree programs, 2 bachelor's programs and 2 master's programs in key areas that are central to the green transition and to modern agri-food system. And the results are already visible when contemplating student participation, as over 100 students were selected. For us, these numbers are not just enrollments, they represent trust, opportunity, and the start of a new generation of professionals trained through an international shared educational model. We are also particularly proud of the strong participation of Uzbek female students in these programs. This is an important sign of how international cooperation can support national priorities, including greater gender inclusion in higher education. In this regard, I would like to acknowledge the Ministry of Agriculture of Uzbekistan commitment also through targeted initiatives such as tuition fee exceptions. Let me conclude with one simple message. Our journey for MOU and mobility to co-design curricula to a joint campus
shows that the future of academic cooperation is not about more partnerships, but deeper partnerships built on shared responsibility and real impact. The University of Tuscia is ready to work with all of you, universities, institutions, and companies, to expand this model and strengthen long-term results-oriented cooperation between Italy, Uzbekistan, and the region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Lauretti, and I'm really happy that all your collaborations with local university in Uzbekistan has already started giving fruit, and you have rightly mentioned that from now on we have to not think about for more cooperation, but think about how we deepen this existing cooperation, how we make them mission-oriented, result-oriented, so to see the seeds of our all endeavors. And I really hope that in the future your cooperations with our universities will get even deeper, and both in terms of the content and structure. And I really wish you best of luck in the future. Thank you very much. Next, I want to give the floor to the director of the branch of the University of Pisa in Tashkent, Mr. Numonbek Dalimov. Please share your thoughts.
Thank you very much. I'm a executive director of the branch of University of Pisa in Tashkent, and let me share my views of how we work with Pisa University as a joint academic collaboration. First of all, I want to congratulate the Pisa University staff. The branch is already 4 years old, and hopefully this year we'll have our first graduates. So I'm as a part of the Ministry of Geology, we begin with the idea that to prepare students to work in geology industry who knows English and who was taught by the European education system. So we share this idea with several universities, and also we'll try to understand how to achieve the best possible results. So when we come to agreement with the Pisa University, we decided that microphone here? Yes, sorry. So we decided to do what? The branch will not have any students. All the students will be Pisa University students, and we'll try to adapt Pisa University study plan as a Central Asia context. This was a little bit hard, but we was able to do with the help of our colleagues. Also, we move from traditional branch campus models. Our students already from the first year under sponsorship from different geological organizations, and they went to field to work for these organizations. And with this, we created some kind of 5 pillars of innovation, such as degree, work, industry, mobility, and governments. So when the company takes the students under the sponsorship, we work with the company, with the Pisa University staff, in order to understand what the company needs to get after the graduation from the student. So basically, we don't just prepare students, we prepare the student so he can easily adapt for this company. And so this company will not teach him again after the graduation. That's why every summer break, every autumn break, this student goes to the field work with the company. Also, we adapt that after every year, 10 or 20 hours, best students go to Italy for the field trip, so they can understand difference in, for example, in geology as a Uzbekistan geology and the Italian geology. Also, Also, our graduates, as I told you before, receive the same diploma as the Pisa University students in Italy. This is very good, not only for us, but also for the Pisa University itself, because staying in Uzbekistan with the support of the company, working for the company during their education, and also taking the field trip during summer breaks is very important for the students from the geological side. And also curriculum, European curriculum was adapted to Central Asian realities. So basically, we always, every year, we have a meeting with Pisa University staff, thinking what we can do, what we can adapt more, because it's very different. European education and Central Asian education is a very different education system. So we, with the help with the Pisa University staff, we try to adapt this education and create one thing from two things. But what brings us now is that we find out one thing, that we can mix the European education with the Uzbekistan system education. For example, we're mixing a lot during our first year students. I know that in order to get European diploma, you need 3 years bachelor, but in Uzbekistan, it's 4-year bachelor. So we have 4-year bachelor, but we using this 1 year as to try to adapt students to Italian system education using our local teachers, but also Italian teachers. And beginning from second year, we decrease the number of local teachers. And beginning from the second year, it's all Italian teachers. And everything is offline. We don't have any online lessons, and thanks for our Italian colleagues on this. And what the result was of this is that we have a lot of applications, not only from Uzbekistan, but also from different countries, such as Tajikistan, China, and different countries, in order to apply to our branch, because the price is a little bit lower of the branch than in Italy, and also the living standards in Uzbekistan is a little bit lower than in Italy. So for the most of the students who live in Central Asia regions, it's much more acceptable to study in Uzbekistan than in Italy. But to get the Italian diploma with Italian teachers and with the help of our Italian colleagues and with ours. But but the most important thing that the students who study in a branch, most of them, nearly 80% of them, are under sponsorship from different geological organizations, which shows that Uzbekistan geological industry is believing in our projects and making efforts on supporting on this. And we try to work with every company to give them what they best want, because every company have a different perspective of how graduate student looks. And every year we, with our Italian colleagues, sit down and talk with every company, discussing what they want from the student at the end. So with this final words, I want to say thank you to our Pisa University representatives, to our rector, vice rector, and the president of the branch. So thank you very much, and thank you for everyone who helped us with this project, and hopefully this project will expand more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dalimov, for this important and interesting insight. You are basically representing the project, which is well established, and I see that you are already having the outcomes of your work. And this is the clear example of how joint programs, joint degree programs, joint campuses, however you call it, that basically functioning efficiently. I see the flexibility of our partners from both sides, Uzbekistan and in terms of the curriculum development, how you adapt to the local reality of Uzbekistan, as well as how we seriously take into account the requirements of the headquarter here. And of course, flexibility and adaptability is a key in building long-term, partnership. So, of course, also it's your flexibility that in terms of taking into account the current demands and requirements of industry. So this basically flexibility and adaptability gives a lot of maneuver to build curriculum which basically takes into account the demands and requirements of all stakeholders around. So this is very important, and I really appreciate the fact that the Italian side also giving a lot of effort to make this project happen and flourish. Thank you very much. So without further ado, I'm gonna give the floor to our another colleague, Professor Stefano Carniati, rector of Politecnico di Torino, which is well representative in Uzbekistan, and we have a very strong strategic partnership.
Thanks a lot. We can go directly to the second slide. That's fine. Just to be clear, we started in 2009, and this was related to an industrial need. Because I go back, it was an industrial need to create a sort of leadership in the automotive sector. So we moved there, and we had, from the very beginning, a physical space, a campus where to stay. This was fundamental, because we had the possibility to enter in the very deep life of Tashkent, of Uzbekistan. We saw the country growing, we see the country growing, and somehow we grew up together. I think that now we have a very, very important possibility. If I go back in my experience, we started with an individual initiative. Now, after more than 15 years there, we have lots of opportunity for all the university in Uzbekistan and in Italy. And today was clear, we are signing lots of new agreements. So I think that now we have to think about how to coordinate. So to move from an individual initiative up to a coordinated global initiative that has to be focused on the needs that are coming from the needs of a growing country like Uzbekistan, and then how to coordinate skills and competencies in order to have the best effort and the best efficiency in being there. So we can go to the last slide, but just I really would like to emphasize this. So we started at TTPU with let's say the vertical activity of the traditional engineering activity, mechanical engineering, computer engineering, and civil engineering. Then we started also with the PhD students. I think these are fundamental, because through the PhD student, we can also create the partnership with our research group. Today we are here also to sign the beginning of the joint cooperating programs. This is fundamental because it is not only education, it is also research together. In TTPU, we started mainly activity related to automotive, aerospace, biomed and medtech, water management, environmental sustainability. that are topics that are focused on the need of the country according to the engineering specialities. But I think that now we have to, because we are there also to speak about the future. So what is my vision of the future? Is to have an evolution, putting together always education and research, but let's say create a real hub, enforcing the partnership with Italian universities that are there in complementary fields. If you are able to design an integrated education and research catalogs, offer and needs, I think we can be really effective. We started to speak about with some of our colleagues here. I just put some because we have a dense dialogue, Ca' Foscari, the University of Gastronomic Science, Parma, Tuscia, because I think that we have a big chance to optimize our skills and competence, defining the right way in order to cooperate with all the university ecosystem in Uzbekistan, but also avoiding to have waste of energy. To create our partnership is fantastic. I really love to be in Tashkent, in Uzbekistan, but we need to put lots of energy. So if we are able to coordinate everything in terms of first administrative rules and also some fast-track path in order to have some approvals, in my opinion. But then to move from, let's say, individual agreement up to a big initiative with a full coordination of our two university ecosystem, I think that we can really create a model. So, somehow, we are there, but if we move from an individual cooperation up to a systemic cooperation, integrated all our needs and all our competencies, I think that we can really be an example for the university ecosystem. So I think that our conference of directors is there to do this, to coordinate. And I think that we are really in the really good phase in order to move from this full coordination. So thanks a lot for this opportunity, because I really always feel like in a family with you, and to have, let's say, you know, people makes the difference. Yes. And I think that here we are in the very right moment where we can do the difference. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Professor Stefano, for this wonderful speech. And we are all aware that you are well represented in Uzbekistan, and you have a very solid foundations already. And we do appreciate your work towards preparing good, high level of engineers. And I would especially emphasize the fact how you ensure the quality of education in Turin Polytechnical University in Tashkent. This is especially noteworthy because many people have consensus that the quality of education is very good and well ensured, basically, and also this stability has been on the you know, it has been a reality for about already, you know, like soon it will be 20 years. So, I truly appreciate the hard work that the main campus is doing towards that. So, and of course, as you said, we don't have to limit our, you know, engagements within one, you know, unit. So we have to go beyond that, and we have to broaden the horizon of our cooperation. And also, there are new universities emerging. So I'm representing the one, and you are more than welcome to visit our university and share your experiences. And we would love to learn a lot about your experience in terms of the quality assurance and in terms of the consistency of developing universities. So there are plenty of rooms out there to discuss for the cooperation. Thank you very much for this. And I have to stress that I don't have to mention the fact that the panelists here are self-conscious about the timing, and we are doing very good in terms of the keeping the time. So the next, I want to give the floor to one of the respected directors, Tashkent State University of Law. So Bakhshullah Khajaev, please, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, dear distinguished directors, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. As I understood, the speakers who doesn't have a slide should present standing. Yes, that's why
yes,
I would like provide some speech briefly. And first of all, it's my privilege to be here as a part of the Rectors Forum. It means a lot for us, for lawyers, the place of the meeting, because Italy is a country where law lives not only in codes, but in institution, civil culture, and intellectual traditions. And we have we had a lot in common with Italy regarding not only the legal tradition, but also how to improve the legal system as well. So in this case, so generally how, coming to the topic generally, how we can understand the innovative approach regarding joint academic collaboration. So in our understanding, the innovative approach, the innovation is not a fashionable word, but it's a way we design academic systems where institutions do not simply exchange visits, but build lasting intellectual structures together. And we already signed the MOU with the Roma Tre University about the academic exchange, and I am proud of, it's my honor that today we have signed the MOU regarding the designing the new faculty, joint faculty on the Bachelor of Law. And we'll launch this new project from the next academic year, hopefully. And how the lawyers should understand the innovative approach. So as lawyers, we understand that innovation is when courtroom becomes a laboratory of reasoning, when the case file becomes a living textbook, and when the legal clinics becomes a bridge between university and society. In this regard, we have 5 visions how to make innovative the integration between 2 universities. Between all universities of Uzbekistan and Italy. The first is the transnational legal education. It's very essential because the legal challenges today cross borders. Data, commerce, and disputes move across jurisdictions. So we need to prepare international lawyers who have to protect investors, foreign investors, who will come to Uzbekistan, and vice versa, the Italian lawyers who will protect the Uzbek investors' interests as well. And the second one is we should advocate integrated degree architecture. It means we have to design the curriculum together which match the market demands, not only Uzbekistan, but the European market as well. And the learning outcomes and the shared teaching responsibility and common quality assurance standards will also be included in this. And the third one is digital